Howdy, cowgirls and cowboys. Today I'm going to read to you Every Cowgirl Needs a Horse. This is written by Rebecca Janney and illustrated by Lynn Averill. I'm a cowgirl from head to toe, and every cowgirl needs a horse. So I asked for one for my birthday. Plan for my birthday. A horse. That's my number one thing right there. See, and I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to move the car over here, and look, I put up a hitching post right here next to the post box. Here's a trough for my horse. Here's a side yard and a haystack. Stuff I need: brushes, oats, and a saddle and bridle. But most important, a horse. Birthday morning, I shook the sleep out of my braids and dressed for riding. I pulled up my jeans, snapped on my chaps, and tugged on my boots. I tipped my hat. "Morning, Nellie Sue," I said in the mirror. "Morning," Mama answered. "What would the birthday girl like for breakfast?" "Something that'll stick to my ribs. I've got chores to do." After breakfast, I hosed fresh water into Ginger's trough and moseyed off to muck the stalls in the barn. Outside, I scattered seed for the free-range chickadees. Mama called out, "Need a little help?" "No," I said. "What I really need is a horse." I wrangled our wagon out of the shed and piled it high with grass harvested from our own backyard. Only the best for my new filly. Daddy asked, "You need some help?" "No, but I do need a horse," I told him. Lunchtime came, but my horse had not. Still, I'd worked up an appetite doing chores, and Mama made my favorite, chili and beans. After lunch, Daddy hollered, "Time to round him up for cake and ice cream." I looped Ginger's leash into a lasso. Yee-haw! We've got herding to do. We circled the block, barking and yelling until we scared up a stampede of kids. One little one broke away, and I almost had to hog tie him. I threw up my arms and shouted, "I'd do better with a horse!" Soon the herd gathered. Mama passed out Johnny cakes, and I strummed on my guitar while we sang Happy Birthday and Home on the Range. Enjoyed a good old time around the campfire. And then it happened. Daddy said, "Hey, Nellie Sue, got a horse here for you." He patted the saddle of a brand new bike. "Isn't she a beauty?" She has a shiny silver coat with a bright pink saddle and a pale pink mane. "Well, you gonna ride her?" Daddy said. All eyes were on me, and I felt like I swallowed a hay bale. I wasn't real keen on riding a horse with wheels where hooves ought to be. "She's ready for riding," Daddy coaxed. I walked over to her with my palm out flat so that she could get a good sniff. "Well, beauty," I whispered, "you gonna let me lead you around a little?" With everyone staring, I judged I better give 'em a show. Like a true cowgirl, I put one boot in the stirrup, flung my other leg over the saddle, and pedaled like I was running from a wild hog. We skedaddled down the hill. Giddy up! Straight over the chicken wire fence and into the garden, right into the middle of Mama's tomatoes. Thud, smack, wham! Beauty was hurt real bad. I hugged her close and hollered for my dad. "Look, Daddy," I cried. "That chicken wire's poking right through her hoof." Sure enough, Beauty had a puncture wound. "Will she be okay?" I asked. Daddy wrapped up Beauty's wound, pumped her full of medicine, and said, "Well, now she's as good as new." "That a girl," I whispered, holding her steady. Beauty seemed taller and wiser too, but maybe that was me getting a little horse sense of my own. "Beauty," I told her, "a real cowgirl always gets back in the saddle. Let's do it." I stuck my boots in the stirrups and gripped the reins. Beauty held her head high and cantered along, gaining speed. My braids blew like kite tails as we galloped down the slope, and I grinned until I could taste the wind. Yes, sir, I'm a cowgirl from head to toe, and all a cowgirl really needs is a horse. And I do have that.